Okay, all right.
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. I am Steve Smith. Everybody else could be the other ones. Okay. All right. Go.
Francine.
No, the nerds. I'm Steve Smith.
I didn't name Steve Smith. I said Francine.
I said out of the nerds. The four. Toshi Snot Berry. I'm Steve.
I'll be Toshi.
Thank you. Kenny, the other guy choose Berry or Snot. Pick one.
Oh, we're using governments. Oh.
I will edit it in post. Shut up.
Ah!
Now edit it in post. I don't care anymore.
I'm me.
No, you're not. You are. Say you are. Before we go outside, and start running fades. So nah, joking. I would like to make a special announcement. I am officially Mr. Darkway's father from the future.
The hell?
How did it work?
How does that work? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you after the podcast. It's a lot of science to it.
Darkwave, aren't you the same age as us?
He's a year older.
I'm older than both of you.
Oh, so how does that work?
Science.
I don't know.
Science.
No.
I'll explain it.
I got it.
Okay. Let's get started with the podcast. We have a multitude of things to talk about in the gaming section. Okay. Alright, cool. Forgot to fix the editing of the typing out of everything. But let's get started. So, in the last couple of weeks, in the week and the two, we got a couple of things happening. On the first things first is Fallout 76. What are you guys' opinion on that game so far?
Hilarious. I've never played a Fallout 6, but Fallout game before, but stuff I'm seeing about it is hilarious.
I was about to say, what the fuck? You never played a Fallout 6 before? I want to say,
Actually, I said 76.
I don't think no one's played Fallout 6.
I have
not even
not. I don't
Fallout
think
6.
anybody has. It's
Because it
an
doesn't
exclusive game for me.
It's an exclusive game in your mind because it doesn't exist yet.
Shut up.
You're more of the Skyrim player, and it's like Mass Effect versus Dragon Age. Literally in the same vein. One's in the future, one's in the past. It should be both
One's
the future and the past.
No.
Something that a child would do to a dog.
Next question.
So far, one of the reasons that game is having issues, it turns out they decided to use the engine that they use since Oblivion.
Oblivion? Oblivion?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Do you know how old that goddamn engine is? Anybody?
Ooh.
Oblivion
came out like 2006?
Like 8 years?
Yeah,
8 years? Yeah.
I'll tell you. (2006).
I said this.
Oh, okay.
They used the Gamebryo engine.
Sounds terrible.
Oh, that's.
And considering I played Oblivion, I would know. And I played it on PS3. The worst copy of them.
Yeah. Why would you do this?
I was young.
Oh man.
And it was when I didn't have an Xbox 360 because I had a PS3 because it was $600. I was that guy. So, yeah. Yeah.
Hold up. Let me
So I
check
can say
something.
about that, man.
Oh, I hit it.
Let me make sure something real quick. I'm making sure something. Oh, no. My bad. I fucked up. I'm fucked up. Wrong engine.
Mm-hmm.
They use that same engine since fucking Skyrim.
even worse.
Yes. Yes.
In 2018,
Yes.
it's
Yes. Its initial release was from 7 fucking years ago. They've used the same engine for Skyrim, Skyrim Special Edition, Skyrim VR, Fallout 4, Fallout 4 VR, and Fallout 76. Mind you, this engine is terrible because, I don't know, they can't. They can't. It is a part of the Gamebryo engine, but, I mean, all they do is take the same engine, give it a new paint job, and say, yep, we got a new game coming out. Fallout 76 is a result of that bullcrap. So,
I've heard things about Fallout 76. Not good. You say it's good.
me,
Some people like it.
some people like it. My favorite thing that I've seen so far is so many people started using nukes that the game crashed for everybody. The servers crashed.
Well, my thing is this. So I want to ask the question because I followed it, but not really followed. What is this game exactly supposed to be?
I have not played any of the Fallout games, so I don't know, like, what.
Fallout is essentially Skyrim with guns,
Yeah,
more or less.
essentially.
So what is this particular game supposed to be? Like, I've kept up.
Was
with
this supposed to be a
lately, but I'm like,
spinoff?
Yeah, it is a
Is
spin.
it just an online game?
It's just
Or
an
is it
online
like-
game.
It's not an MMO, right? It's not an MMO,
They
right?
consider it an MMO. It's an MMO
Really?
light. It would be like Destiny. How Destiny with Destiny's MMOs.
Okay.
Oh. Huh.
Sounds terrible.
It is.
Jeez.
I've played it on Steam. It's terrible, and I returned it because it's terrible. You know what else is terrible? Overkill's The Walking Dead, but that's the story for another day.
Is it really that bad?
It's-
I've heard it had a lot of glitches.
Oh, bruh,
don't know.
it's terrible. It's terrible, son. I gotta say it
Terrible,
like,
terrible.
yeah, I gotta say it like that. It's terrible. I gotta say it like I'm from the South. Like I'm the type of person that says round robin his barn. That type of bad. That type of Southern.
I mean, even though Robin Hood's barn is that is a saying.
It's a Southern saying.
The people who aren't from down south have also still heard of it.
Nah, they say that shouldn't sound dumb. Anywho, moving on. Yeah, so yeah, it's so far deemed one of the most worst games so far. That and The Quiet Man, but I don't know if you guys even seen anything on The Quiet.
Nope.
That game is quite positive. Look, the main character is deaf, but rather than making a game interesting about that mechanic, the cutscenes are also like you're deaf, so they don't have voice acting. Till after you beat the game, then you get to turn that on.
Oh.
So imagine if you were playing Pokemon, which you beat the game, they finally put voice acting. You probably cut the game off right then and there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's its own fucking mechanic. I mean, it's its own unlockable. Oh, you want voice acting? You gotta unlock this bitch. Pretty much. That's dumb. Moving on. One of the things I've also wanted to ask you guys, speaking of engines, what is your favorite engine so far in your video games?
I mean,
I know for a fact Mr. Darkwave is not going to say anything Sonic related in the last 10 years. So, you know.
what's that?
You said what?
what?
Hello?
What's this
Yes.
Sonic engine?
Hold up. Sonic Unleashed. The engine.
Didn't they use Unreal Engine at one point?
Yeah, yep.
Jeez.
Why
I like the shit. What is it? Fox
There we go.
engine or whatever it is.
You like the what?
Fox engine.
Yes, the Fox engine from Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that joint is tight.
I would say because Unreal Engine, it's pretty much everywhere. Saying that is a cop out. So
Yeah, the Hedgehog
I'll
engine
say
is what Sonic Unleashed Generations and Forces used.
okay, Generations was good, but let's face facts. That engine is 2018.
That's where we got Sonic Forces, sir.
Oh boy, that game.
You mean one of the greatest games of all time, buddy?
Sure it was.
Name
Great
one
game of
fault
all
with the
time.
game. Name one fault with the game right now.
What, Sonic?
Sonic Forces, yes. Name one fault.
It did the same shit as Generations, just worse.
That's not a.
And I'd rather play Generation.
That's not a fault. What are you talking about, son?
And the camera is a little bit janky at times. Has the response time is a little bit, janky as well. You can't deny it is.
I said a problem. Okay, not that. I don't know any of those issues. I've never run into it.
Oh, that game can be unresponsive sometimes. You try to go for a fucking homing attack and you don't want to do it. Or whatever attack you want to call it. Little wisp attacks or whatever.
That too. I'm not gonna lie. Let me stop playing around. That game to me was average, but one of the major issues is you could beat that game in 2 minutes.
Plot twist, I have yet to beat it because I stopped playing.
I beat that game. I purposely
Plot
took
twist.
time with it. Purposely, and I still beat it within 4 hours. I was like, son of a bitch. It's like when you got what's the name of that game on PlayStation?
Heavenly Sword?
And you took it back the next day.
Yeah, it was no point.
I remember
beat it, taking food, eating sandwiches, actually doing other things in the same day, and still was able to finish it off.
Yeah, I remember you came to school. Was like, I just got Heavenly Sword. Came back. I just returned Heavenly Sword. I was like, what? Why? You were like, it was too short.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It was very, very short.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to honestly say, my favorite engine so far with these games has been the Dragon engine for Yakuza 0 and Kiwami. I don't know why, but that engine just seems arcadey. That's why I love it. That engine is they can do whatever they want, and they don't have the ragdoll physics like they do in Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Yakuza 6, which I don't like, but it's whatever.
Garbage. You know you like it, boy.
Uh-huh. Mrs. E4.
I don't think I actually have a favorite engine.
What about the one they use in Horizon?
I mean, I was gonna name that one. I don't particularly know the name. Is that the Unreal though?
God no, that game is the engine they use is better than the Unreal Engine. They use a part of the Fox engine.
Yeah, so I would say that engine seemed fine. Like, this has actually been one of the few games that I have played where the only glitch that I had in this game ran very smoothly for me. The only problem that I had with it was, I guess if you can kind of blame it on my fault, was when I got stuck in between like the wall and a box, and I literally had to like constantly crouch to try to sit here and just weave myself to get the fuck out, because it just was not allowing me to move. And at some point the camera wouldn't even turn, so I couldn't even properly see. That was the only problem. That has only happened twice in the whole time I played Horizon. I played Horizon and I also replayed it and beat it, so I did it twice. And that has only happened twice. Other than that, I've not had any problems, glitches. I wasn't randomly walking up mountains and shit. Wasn't going through treetops, hills, grass, all that other kind of silly nonsense shit. Even with her stuff with her hair. For me, her hair was flowing pretty nicely and stuff. It wasn't, her weapons wasn't going through her hair or her head. which I have noticed in a lot of some of these games where it's happening. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I noticed like in games. What?
Oh no. I was just gonna say plot twists. I was copying off of Mr. Darkwave there.
Oh.
It's called the Decima engine. It's what we use with Killzone, Until Dawn, Total Rush of Blood, Riggs, Mechanized Combat League, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the upcoming Death Stranding engine.
I forgot Guerrilla Games made Horizon.
Yeah.
Again, after the last abysmal Killzone Shadowfall. Why?
That game was fantastic. What are you talking about, bruh?
Sure, it was.
What was name one issue?
No, we're not discussing Killzone Shadowfall on this episode.
Oh God. Okay, I'll save that for another time. Now, let me talk about something that I think everyone here can agree with me here. Releasing games in certain time periods. Now, I noticed there was a couple of games coming out after another. Like Anthem coming out near the same time as Kingdom Hearts. Resident Evil. What's coming out near Resident Evil again?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts as well. Granted, out of all of those, I feel like Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts aren't going to be affected the most. Because, those are games that have been requested for decades. Literally.
I think those games will be fun.
Those games.
I feel like Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts will be fun because honestly, the fans of both games, they'll just buy them both. They've been waiting for too long.
Yeah, decades.
So that will be fine. Now,
Decade plus.
Anything else after that?
Oh man.
Anything else around that?
Oh man, I would say that. I was like, Anthem, you sure about that, buddy?
Like, I'm pretty sure that you guys wanted money so they can sit here and
not shut you down.
Not get shut down because they was sitting there saying about rumors about like Dragon Age 3, and they say, based on Anthem sales, is whether or not that's going to actually come true.
I think Anthem's going to sell. I think Anthem makes sales.
Anthem will make sales, yeah.
To me, if you would ask me as a person, like, all right, so between the three, Kingdom Hearts 3, Resident Evil, and Anthem, obviously my top pick is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3, and if somebody else also gets Resident Evil, if I need to get it too,
it's a single player game, buddy. It's back to the original.
Okay. I would honestly get Kingdom Hearts 3 and then get Resident Evil, and I'll wait until Anthem comes out to see what people think of it and stuff first. Because knowing how EA is, I at this point do not trust them.
Oh yeah.
Even if they was to come out with a Dragon Age 3, and as much as I love Dragon Age, I still will wait for Dragon Age 3 to come out and see what everybody's fucking talking about. Because I wish I would have done that for Inquisition.
Yeah, looking at some of the lineup here, we got Resident Evil, then we got Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, those are gonna be fine. Then looking at the month after, we got Crackdown 3, which I don't think it's gonna I don't know, because it released the same day as Dead or Alive 6 and Jump Force at the same time for some reason. Then there's the next little cluster is Anthem and Metro Exodus, which yeah, I don't think that was smart. Then there's Devil May Cry and One Piece. And Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice in that little next little cluster.
Unfortunately, Jesus Christ. And we're not, and Cold Vein still has no fucking release.
Oh my God! Now I'm letting you know this right now, guys.
Actually, no, I am a little upset because I believe you might want to research this. Is Guardian 3 comes out, I believe, in February
8th, my man. Fucking why?
So and I'm looking forward to Guardian 3. I played it. It's beast. I can't even play the second one anymore.
I tried to play the second one the other day, and then I could put it back down. Yeah. All I was saying in my mind, I was like, if Code Vein comes out anywhere near the following release dates, it's gonna die. If it comes out the 25th of January through the 29th of January, it's gonna die. If it comes out between the 1st of February and the 19th of February, it's gonna die. If it comes out anywhere near the 22nd through the 26th, it will die because Left Alive is on there and Metro Exodus and Anthem. And if it comes out in March between the 7th and the 22nd, it's gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, yeah, you have the smallest
I think
fucking.
Cobain comes out spring to summer though. My prediction: spring to summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to believe you on that one.
Because they've said nothing like ever since they delayed it, they have said nothing. So either A, it comes out in the spring or the summer, or B, it comes out September 29th of next year, which would suck.
Because at that point, no one's gonna care.
Pretty much. I almost don't care now, but I'm holding out hope.
Oh shit. That and I'm looking at like the release date of Days Gone. People are crap, but like I said, anywhere in March.
I'm happy that got pushed back though.
What, Days Gone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not buying that game, unfortunately.
I probably will.
Yeah, I'm done with zombies for a while. Yeah. Yep. I'm done for now, man. I can't.
Still don't know when Last of Us 2 come out.
Hey, another thing, man. I wanted to bring back up another thing while I'm sitting here. Do you guys think they gotten worse with announcing games way too goddamn early?
We're not. I'm not gonna say anything as far as that.
I mean, the hell was that? Somebody got CRISPR for a second. For me, and mind you, I'm a Kingdom Hearts guy. You know, decades ago. And then they announced it in 2015, 14. And it was like, finally starting development. And I'm like,
I said this before. I was like, they should not have said anything and whatnot. And all of the trailers and stuff is kind of fucking annoying and whatever. And then I got told that, well, this is what they usually do. So, oops.
Death Stranding. Death Stranding. How long do you think that game's gonna fucking take before it comes? Death Stranding and Cyberpunk 2020. Oh man, my prediction for those games is 2023.
Death Stranding won't be out for. Well, Resident Evil. Final Fantasy 7. That 2023. Death Stranding 2022.
Yeah, look how long it took them to get. Yeah, look how long it took them to get Metal Gear Solid 5 out. It was like Metal Gear Solid 5. Then next thing you know, it's finally going to come out September 1st. I was like, oh yay! Let me take my whole vacation on that day, and it didn't complete the game. And I was like, how, Sway? You had like some odd years and announced it decades ago.
Pretty much. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts should not have been sit here and freaking announced or said anything. They honestly could have just put it where they had it. This in production. It's in production. It's here you go. Like sit here. It's been like 12, 13 years now. That's honestly very, very ridiculous to have a game and things like that to sit here and wait for. It's not even something where it's like a remaster or a reboot or whatever. It's the third. I'm not going to count the other ones for the whole trilogy and the whole story and things like that for it. Lights down? Yes.
I thought somebody was brave. But you got a brave beat down.
Ew.
Disgusting.
Very much so.
But if there's one thing we can all at least agree on, right? Nintendo should not have announced Bayonetta 3.
Nope. Yes, they should have.
No, at least that.
No, if I had to wait, If I had to wait 13 years for fucking Kingdom Hearts, I don't give a fuck how many fucking trailers. And they sit here and announce Kingdom Hearts, then some other people can be salty about Bayonetta 3. Sorry. Sorry. At 13 years, I don't give a fuck. I would rather have waited 13. I would rather wait. I guarantee you it's not going to take them 13 years to make Bayonetta 3. I guarantee it. I would rather wait a short amount of time and not even have any fucking trailers and gameplay versus waiting 13 years and then you give me fucking trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, your game's gonna come out. Your game's gonna come out in 2 years. Okay, cool. I don't need to see shit. I got 2 years. Cool. Yeah. Here's all these trailers. You going to this world, this planet. When's the game coming out? This planet and this world. And Winnie the Pooh's back. And Big Hero 6. When's the game coming out? Hey, buddy. I'm almost 30. When is the game fucking coming out?
Since I'm the Bayonetta 3 person here, I don't really care about seeing trailers or gameplay, honestly. Just tell me something about it. How is it going? Is it still exist? Is it still around? I mean, at least with 13 years, you knew Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming. It's just that you had something in your way called Final Fantasy 15, or in this case, at the time, Versus 13, and then it became.
No! I had more stuff in my way too. I had Kingdom Hearts 2.8, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Kingdom Hearts
quality content. Hey, quality content for you Kingdom Hearts lovers out there.
None of that was quality content. You're just being a butt munch.
It was quality content.
You're a butt munch. You're being a real butt munch, buddy.
Is my thing off?
Nah. But yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
No, I can hear you. I think my Bluetooth. Hold on. You guys go ahead. I think my Bluetooth. I gotta cut it back on.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know where Wild Thing when this unprofessional.
Can you hear me?
Leader guy we have here.
Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Of course it said disconnected. Hold up. Let me play. What did we say? What was the last thing we said, or I said it specifically?
I mean, I remember I was talking about Bayonetta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, can we all at least admit that they should not have announced it because they haven't said shit about it in years, almost years now? That's what it feels like. Granted, it was probably a couple months ago. I don't care.
I'll take my saltiness out of it for Kingdom Hearts 3 out of it, so fine.
I mean, you can keep it. It was entertaining.
No, fuck all that does.
Nope.
Yeah, they should probably stop for me.
They should, yeah, they should kind of should have done this. Should have stopped, not do that.
Yeah, just stop announcing games. 2 decades.
Kingdom Hearts 3. When are we getting the game? Big Hero 6. When are we getting the game? Frozen. You're not gonna tell us when we're getting the game, are you? Look at that, Tangled. Okay, all right.
September. I actually mean January.
Sorry, January. Sorry.
My bad. No. Here's what they're like. They're like, we are confused. Japanese months are different. We actually meant January in America. Speaking of release dates, right? Did you know that Smash Brothers is actually coming out at the same time, worldwide this time? So the reason why the last Smash Brothers, right, Brawl. Alright, that's why the last Smash for Wii U didn't have a story mode or anything, because Sakurai, forgot his name if that is his real name, didn't want the story mode and characters to be spoiled for worldwide audience. So he decided, don't spoil the game or nothing. We're gonna have it released in 2 different time periods. Not remembering that people have the ability to import the game, download the game digitally, and spoil it anyway. So that's why I feel like sometimes releasing games the way that some people release them is the dumbest shit I could ever see. Like, this man released the Japanese version of Smash Brothers Brawl, got mad when somebody leaked the whole story online. Not leaked, played through the whole story online, fair and square, and showed off all the characters. He got so mad. He was like, why you guys keep spoiling it? I'm like, Sakurai, you released it in Japan first. Japan. Like, nobody's going to notice that it's released in Japan. Pretty much, man. I hate when developers do that. I'm going to release it here first and they get mad when you spoil it. No, that's not how that works. Rather release it worldwide or you or suffer the consequences of everybody's going to get spoiled when you release it in Japan. Like Star Ocean. I knew about the last boss of Star Ocean for months before it came out. That's just a prime example.
Oh, Star Ocean.
I don't want to talk about that game.
Yeah.
But Star Ocean.
That game scars me for life.
Does it now?
I feel like the person that made that game made The Quiet Man. That's why that game's so bad.
The Quiet Man. Oh boy.
Oh, think I'm joking? Go look it up. That game is terrible.
I'd rather not.
It's almost like a high definition Ride to Hell Retribution.
That's why I said, oh boy.
Gus?
Nope, that was me moving the door.
Okay, I was about to say, what is this little fool doing? All right, but yeah. Now, Mr. Darkwave, moving on. I have a question for you. I believe we talked about the Bloodborne Dark Souls thing, but I recently had a little situation where somebody tried to tell me that about Bloodborne, that they learned from their mistakes and decided to take the shield out. And what is your response to that? Something like that. What would your response be? Something like that.
They're 2 different games. I mean, aesthetically, they're the same. Yes, on paper, through the whatever, they're the same, sure. But the style of both games are different. Like, and to be fair, there are shields in Dark Souls. They're just
Bloodborne.
Well, yeah. I mean, sorry. There are shields in Bloodborne. They're just bad.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is bad. The other one is
it's good,
barely average.
But it takes away, one of your core functions of the game, the gun.
Exactly. It's just there's 2. People, whoever argued with you on that needs to understand that there are literally 2 entirely different games. There's no, there's no way around it. They're just different games. Bloodborne is Bloodborne and Dark Souls is Dark Souls. There's no in between.
Yeah, and
but if that's what they think, that they took up the shield because it was terrible. No, in fact, I mean, using a shield in Dark Souls, honestly, is not even mandatory. It's a personal fucking preference.
It really is. It really, like, if you have a Master Dex build, you won't have a shield. You have a big weapon.
Or you'll use dual daggers or something where you won't have a shield. It's literally, it's just personal preference. But, people don't know that, man. Those are the plebeians out there who, think they know everything but don't know shit.
And you know what my counteraction to his argument? The first thing I said was, you are aware that Dark Souls 3 came out after Bloodborne, right? That was and exactly what just happened. Exactly what happened when I told him this. It was silence. I was like, you are aware that Dark Souls 3 came right after Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3 literally has an abundance of shields. Some for the people who like to have heavy shields, people who have parry shields, light shields, regular shields, or no shields. All valid builds.
Sir, Bloodborne came out first. Because Dark Souls came out in 2016, Bloodborne came out in 2015.
You're right.
Actually, you know what's funny?
What?
They literally came out, let me see. Dark Souls 3 initial release date was, well, in Japan, it came out March 24th. It was released in April 2016. They were both it was 2016.
Yeah.
Bloodborne came out March. They both came out the same day, just a year apart.
Yeah.
Literally. But yeah, so you may have been wrong about the release date, but even right or wrong, it's still.
Bloodborne came out North America 24th and everywhere else the 25th, 6th, and 27th.
Yep.
Dark Souls 3
came out in 2015.
Let me check. It came out in 2016 in March and April in April worldwide.
Yeah,
2016. Dark Souls came out first, second. Yeah, they were a year apart. The problem with what I said was, I was like, son, there are shields in Dark Souls 3. Even if they were made at the same time, that's because you could tell that some of the things that were in Bloodborne were used in Dark Souls 3. Like, I don't know, the speed up. The game is fast as hell. The dodging is now a thing. The only thing that they didn't take was the revenge mechanic, which wouldn't make any logical sense because nothing bleeds in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Why are people even arguing about Bloodborne versus Dark Souls?
Nah.
Dude.
It's actually funny if you go on the internet, but I'm like, they're in the same, like, people consider them the same shit. Who cares? Again, that's why I don't argue subjective shit no more. I just argue objective.
That's stupid.
It is.
Like, they're roughly the same architect type of game, but that's still stupid. Why would you compare it?
I don't know. I don't know. Ask a lot of people. That's like how a lot of people think Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls 1. Yeah, we have people like that.
More power to them, man. More power to them.
Yeah. And my favorite one was the world in Dark Souls 2 is a beautiful nightmare. Huh? What does that mean? It means that the world doesn't make any sense. It's meant to be that way. No. I was like, no. Bloodborne can use that excuse because you're literally in a nightmare the whole time. Dark Souls cannot make that excuse because there is no excuse that if you go up a fucking elevator on the top of an area and end up in a lava place, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, Chief. Something don't add up. Earth and peaked the lava place. Like, that don't make no sense. How you gonna go up an elevator? Theoretically, if I was like a villain or something, and I was in the lava place, that name eludes me right now. I just drill a hole at the bottom of the lava and kill everybody. Oh my god, the sky lava's falling from the sky. We can't do shit. That's pretty much how it would be. Just drill a hole.
People are just idiots, man.
Oh yeah. I've almost had some arguments, and then sometimes I would shut it down with one or two words. And I like the fact that if I could shut your argument down with one or two words, then yeah, it's over. Like, it just makes you seem like you're an idiot. And at this point, that's my job, to make you seem like you're kind of an idiot. Especially if you tell me that the world of Dark Souls 2 is better than the world of Dark Souls 1. That's like comparing the gutter to Blighttown. Why would you compare those two?
Pretty much.
One literally has drops that you can't see or predict. One has a bunch of enemies on rickety platforms that actually could fuck you up and it actually provides a challenge. Versus the other one that just has a bunch of spam bushes up and down that shit with jumps that you have to make or you're not gonna beat it. Done.
They don't understand that, man.
Yeah. But now next thing. E4. I have one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get you to play a Dark Souls game? What would it take for us to get you to get on a Souls game?
Depends.
Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne.
No, she's not playing Bloodborne. That's the hardest one. Why would we start her out at very hard when we could put her, I don't know, at easy?
Okay, I mean Dark Souls 3 then.
I said I didn't say. Look, it's easy, normal, hard, very hard. Let's not start her off in the upper echelons already. Let's put her at least easy.
You think Dark Souls 3 is?
It's harder than fucking Dark Souls 1 and 2. I can tell you that.
Really?
Bruh, the first boss, if you really, really don't know how to play the game, is going to beat the dog shit out of you.
I mean,
think of it from a person that has never played Dark Souls before. Why would you run into the room with Ludex Gundyr and expect to beat him? Then he transforms, is going to beat the dog shit out of you. I've done this. I've seen somebody do this, and I've helped my sister play the game. She got past him after I told her, hey, pay attention to this and that. But when she first walked in the room, she got destroyed. He beat the dog shit out of her.
I mean,
and I've watched. Yeah. I watched Ike go in that same room and got beat down for 2 hours fighting that guy. He is not easy. He's already like a.
You took you 2 hours to beat the first boss.
Yeah, about an hour.
3.
Yes. Not me.
Oh.
I beat him on my second try. I wasn't prepared for a second form in the slightest when I first played the game. I was like, this motherfucker's easy. Holy shit!
You know how I beat that boss? I beat him over share play.
That's hilarious.
Because I wasn't like. So Dark Souls 3 was like my first, I guess, long-term Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
If you want to say that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really sold on it, but a friend of mine had it, and he played it, and I was like, oh, so he share played it. He share played it, and I beat the boss over share play. It took me about 3 tries because I had to share play. I had the lag issues and stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
It was pretty much. I didn't have too many.
Oh yeah,
issues with him after that.
Yeah, no. Once you get him down pack, you get him down packed. You can beat him. The second time you fight him is a completely different goddamn story.
You talking about in the Dark World place?
Yeah, Champion Gundyr. That's not even the same fucking story. That's a completely different story right there. That fight is that is optional, but that fight is harder considerably. Motherfucker.
Harder than. Yeah, it's hard.
Like I remember I walked in there, I was like, I'm about to beat the shit out of him. Nope, sure you can. And that's exactly what happened. He uppercut me once. That motherfucker uppercut me once and I died because I flew off the cliff. And I was so mad. I was like, all right, I'm cutting the game off for the day off that one. And then he grabbed me. The second time I walked in the room, he grabbed me when I was getting my souls and threw me back off the cliff. He was like, bruh, you ain't ready for these souls. Get off my cliff. I was like, fuck you. That's all I said. I cut the game off. I was like, all right, I'm going to go level up before I go fight him again. Now I can fight him peacefully, without struggling. Granted, he would probably hit me because I'm like, oh, crap, which build is this again? He'll beat the shit. I'll start her off with Dark Souls 2. 2? Last Giant, sir. Last Giant. Last Giant is easier than the Asylum Demon. I can tell you that. Shadow. If I get her to play the first one, All I'm gonna tell her is get the fire bombs and throw it at the damn boss so he can die instantly.
The question is, will she still play these games?
Oh no, Dark Souls 2. I'm gonna give her a new game plus a new game fully maxed out character that I already have, and then she's gonna go, oh, okay.
Oh god. I don't know what the thing is for me to play like a Dark Souls game. Is Dark Souls that really great that everybody has to experience it?
Here's the thing about Dark Souls. I will say this, and it kind of goes to my Skyrim syndrome. When I first played Skyrim, I absolutely hated it because I didn't really know that you can kind of be, other, I guess, classes or whatever, essentially. I thought you had to kind of be this sword and shield guy because whatever. Once I experienced Skyrim, being a new class, I started as an archer. It made me really appreciate the game more. And though Dark Souls or Bloodborne are challenging games, I think that if you honestly played it, like legitimately played it, and found your niche, like, the weapons you like, the class you like, I think you'll actually get to a point where you end up like I was, where you realize you can't put the game down because you're having fun maxing out the class. Like, that's what I think. Like, it's hard for me to say, when at what point of the game will you feel that, because every build is different. But I feel like if you can get past the hurdles of, yes, you're gonna get wrecked a few times. It's a learn game. You play, you learn. You play, and you learn. You fight and you learn. It's literally, you gotta learn what's happening to whatever. But I think once you get past that and actually play it, figure out what class you want to be, whether it's a mage, tanky type dude, or
what was that?
Dexterity build.
Oh yeah.
Once you find the build, I think once you find a build that really says, "Damn, this is actually kind of fun. Let me continue to play it to see where this goes." I think you'll enjoy Dark Souls then. Because, like I said, it feels like for you, it sounds like the Skyrim effect with me, where Skyrim, I didn't really, when I first played it, I just kind of was playing it just because people were selling it. I didn't really invest. But once I invested and found out what I liked to do in the game, what worked for me, what was actually fun, I couldn't put Skyrim down for years. Even to this day, I play it every once in a while.
Yeah, and honestly, y'all are better than me.
What's going to happen?
No, I love my Skyrim.
And what's going to end up happening with Bloodborne or Dark Souls, whichever you decide.
It's not going to be Bloodborne.
Dark Souls. More likely Dark Souls. You'll realize that once you beat the game or, do
get
well with the class.
Yeah.
And you'll realize that you want to try other builds. You want to see how a dexterity build. You want to see how being a mage is compared to being a heavy sword tank kind of guy.
Yeah, put it like this. Huh? Oh, sorry to cut you off, dude.
Then you'll realize you've made 4 or 5 characters, and you're just gonna keep swapping off depending on what you feel like you want to play that particular day. I honestly think you should give it a chance in that respect.
Yeah, that's why I said Dark Souls 2 first, because Dark Souls 1 is going to be a little bit of the issue, because by the time she gets to Undead Burg, she's going to cut the game off. She's not ready for it.
I feel like Dark Souls 3 is a good entry point because it gives you more of starting stuff earlier than I think than Dark Souls 1 and 2. Like, for example, let's say she wanted to be a samurai. You know what I'm saying? She could easily get a katana, and that katana
is on the top of the castle.
No. If she let's say she plays Dark Souls 3 and she wanted to do a dex build, right?
Yeah.
Within the first 20 minutes of the game, she can get a good dex weapon just by fighting that strong. I mean, he's not easy unless you cheese him, which is very easy to do. Depending
just knock him off the fucking cliff.
Yeah, that's why I said cheese him. You get a katana, which will last you a good portion of the game right there, and your dex build starts there. I think Dark Souls 3, though it may be a little bit more challenging, it gives you a lot more quality of life.
It does give you a lot more quality of life, but the reason why I say Dark Souls 2, because, prime example, if she chooses a dex build, she can also have that shit at the beginning of the game. The first thing she can grab, which would be the blacksmith's hammer, all she has to do is kill the blacksmith. and then go kill the merchant, and she has not only a high build already, she can literally run into the fucking first level, body the first boss, run into the highest tower of flame, body the old Kingslayer, and she's straight. She already got a lot of level up right there. Her dex build would be fantastic.
Yep, I'm just looking at it from a quality of life.
Oh, no. Quality of the game, I'm going to say Dark Souls 3, but knowing her, if we started off with Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3, when she gets to Ludus Gandir, yeah, if she gets
like, here's the thing about Bloodborne. I will say Bloodborne. I can't say if it's harder either. I'm going through it now.
Yeah,
and I feel like Bloodborne. I think the reason why Bloodborne is harder in some respects because you literally can get places that you're not supposed to get until much later.
Yeah,
and get completely wrecked. And Dark Souls 3 is kind of.
Dark Souls 3 goes, yeah, you may not want to do that right now, but go ahead.
Yeah, it kind of not. It doesn't really let you go past like the area that you're in unless you just don't do anything. You're pretty much around the area you need to be. Whereas Bloodborne, you can wind up somewhere and be completely under level and get completely wrecked and wondering why. Bloodborne also, at the beginning of Bloodborne, can possibly be some of the most difficult things because you're like, unlike Dark Souls, where it's like a few enemies and
Dark Souls 3
a tutorial boss fight.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 actually has a legit tutorial boss fight, which would be fucking the last giant. That nigga is not easy in the slightest. I mean, he's easy in every aspect. My bad.
Bloodborne pretty much throws you right there. It's like, all right, here you go. Oh, you don't know what to do. Well,
oh, oops. Oh, wait, no. There's a street. There's a mob of enemies on that street. What you gonna do about it? What do I do about it? I don't know. What you gonna do about it? Or when you get to the first boss, you may want to cross that bridge. There's a bonfire there, but you gotta kill him first. Who?
I just feel like I wouldn't start with Bloodborne because Bloodborne, though, is easier in some respects because you get
it's way faster. You got the revenge mechanic, but on the other hand.
I just feel like Dark Souls 3 is the better, I guess, just because of
better game?
Of the quality of life.
Yeah, better game, but to start her off, it wouldn't be, like, I would literally, if I was to put her in an order, it'd be 2, then 1, then 3, then if she feels confident, Bloodborne, simply because 2 is the easiest fucking one out of all of them, and then it's easier to get her built.
Which is the one you had me try to play?
2, and then you didn't do anything for real.
Oh.
Then I told you I'll just use my old files on PlayStation 3, and you'll just be able to do it from there. I'll be right back.
I just think you need to, if you're even interested, if you're actually interested in maybe trying it, I feel like if you actually get invested in a particular build and stuff like that, pretty much how Skyrim was. If you approach it kind of like Skyrim, where you kind of have a build you want to do, and you focus on that to see the results, I think you might like Dark Souls, or whichever you decide, a little bit more than probably originally. Because a lot of people think that even when I first played Demon's Souls, I didn't in class. I thought just you run around with a shield and hope for the best. Until you realize that there are actual builds. There's a mage build. There's a dex build, a strength, so on, so forth. But who knows? That is literally up to the person. But I think you might.
I'll think about it. I'll think about possibly starting it over again. It's just, it's just one of those games where you ever just see a game where it's just like, wow, that game looks, pretty okay, and you will want to watch other people play it, but you yourself just would be like, nah, it's not for me.
Oh yeah, plenty of times. Like that Kingdom of Deliverance thing. Yeah, I thought it would look good too. To watch, not for me to play it, but to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if you watch it, like if you go on YouTube and watch Dark Souls, type in Dark, like whatever. I don't know what you like to be. I don't know what you like to be as far as like classes. I don't know if you like being engaged or. Wait,
yeah, hold on.
Again?
No, hold on.
Sorry, host. This podcast These professional people who are not so professional. Don't worry, everyone. I'll keep us entertained once again. Me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm having like a serious problem. Like I'm sitting here still. It's been stuck at 5 minutes for Red Dead 2. I don't understand why it's not downloading.
How
Well, it
I
says updating
hate
file.
this place. Oh, Canada.
Why is it not downloading?
right in the face.
Like it's been downloading the update for it, and it's been stuck like this for 5 minutes now. Say 2.055 gigabytes and needs to be at 2.748 gigabytes. What the heck is going on? Mr. Wildfang.
Yes.
Unprofessional. Unprofessional.
Why is it still at 5 minutes? It hasn't even moved.
Is that it? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I'd start her off with 2 because
4. She here? Guess not. I'll ask her when she comes back.
yeah. What? Ask her what?
What kind of classes do you usually play?
Mages.
I guess. Well, there you go.
No, first of all, shut your mouth. I play, besides just mages, also like archer.
Okay, yeah.
What's usually your very first thing you, I guess, go for?
I know when I play games like Dragon Age, or even when I do Skyrim and stuff like that, I try to do mostly light stuff, like rogues, archery, and if there's nothing that's sort of similar to that, then my next thing is going to mages.
Which is weird because in this one, archery is more dexterity based versus the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's the same in Dragon Age. In Dragon Age, you put your dexterity, your cunning and stuff up because you're a rogue, and so you can either use like knives, daggers, or then you would just be an archer.
Yeah, so
And then the next thing I always pick is then always after that, once I played it through with me being a rogue, archer or whatever, then I go be a mage.
I have a Jedi build in Dark Souls.
You can do both of those. You can be a mage, which is very cheesy. You can actually cheese almost the entire game as a mage.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you're right. You can fucking cheese the game. Unless you're playing Scholar of the First Sin, then no, that game is bad. That game is so bad, and I'm going to make a video about all of the Souls games, and I'm going to tell everybody why that game is bad. But let's not talk about that right now. Okay, is there anything else? Oh, I just got word from my sister. She wanted to talk about one thing, or she wanted to bring up one thing. The menus in Red Dead is terrible to her.
I don't like the fact that I press a fucking button and I have to fucking hold it to sell something. That shit is highly annoying.
She even said exactly.
I'm sitting here selling shit and I'm just pressing the X button. I'm like, I sold that. Oh my god, no, I did not. I have to hold it. Oh my god, I have 10 of these and it won't let me contribute all 10.
The menus?
Mr. Darkwave.
Yeah, so when you go to the camp and you have to either contribute to help get money for the camp, there's like the ledger and then there's the box. You can put either items that you get like gold watches and stuff, or you can put money in it. So when you put an item, and for example, I loot every single person that I kill. So I'll at least have a hoard of like pocket watches, gold chains, and rings and stuff. So I'll at least have like 5 or 6 items. You literally, there's no option for you to donate all of it. You actually have to hold the X button or the triangle button for every single item. And it's hell of annoying because there's times when I'll have 30 fucking items and I have to do this for every single item.
That and we live in a world where people hate the Xbox menu. Period. I hate that shit. That shit is a cancer.
You mean the X and B screen?
Yeah, the Xbox one. Yes, the main menu in the Xbox is.
It feels hard to navigate. I actually logged on to play the Black Desert beta and.
I logged on and I couldn't find my Black Desert beta, and I was like, I just downloaded this thing yesterday, and I was searching and searching and searching. So I cut the console back off after I got a migraine, and then went to go get a cup of coffee. Sat down, reflected on life. Then I reflected on a lot more life. Got back to the console and went to the shop in the Xbox menu. God knows how I got there. And then I simply just searched for the game and it hit open because I wasn't about to do this no more.
I know that. That's why I don't have an Xbox.
That's also why
I would get highly upset.
Yeah, that's also when my cousin sold it. He sold his Xbox after trying to navigate it for 5 minutes. He was like, "Yeah, I'm done." He got triggered and sold it for another PlayStation.
I would do the same thing. I'd be like, man, didn't you just get this? Yep, and I'm just returning it. Here you go.
Why? Because the XMB is terrible. It's terrible. I can't navigate it. And then one of my other cousins had the balls, the single balls, the Doug Dimmadome balls, to say that it is easier to navigate than the PlayStation. And I looked at this man with the most confused expression in my life. It did not respond to it.
I've never lost a game file or a game thingy on PS4. It's one strip.
Yeah, it's one strip.
It's the only way I accidentally ended up forgetting something was when I forgot that when I made a Yakuza folder and I had all the Yakuza I played, and I was like, oh my god, where is the Yakuza game? But literally when you pop the game in, whatever game you pop in, it automatically takes you to that damn game, the icon for the game. So I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. And I can see why she said some of the menus are bad. It's hard to navigate them a certain degree. And then you got to navigate to the player menu. Like the player menu, you got to navigate to the player menu. Then you got to click on Arthur Morgan. You got to check his stats. You got to check his other stats. You got to check his other stats. There are 4 fucking stats you can check on that dumb menu. I get it. Arthur's hungry.
My Arthur's going to always be underweight, apparently.
Yeah, my Arthur's average right now. I'm about to make him overweight so the game can leave me the fuck alone.
You don't have a fat Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur's overweight.
My horse is underweight. I'm underweight. I just don't care.
Yep. You can't aim for shit if you're underweight. That shit is so bad.
Yep.
But let's move on to the main event. NXT TakeOver War Games. What did you guys think of NXT TakeOver War Games?
That show was absolute garbage.
Man, it was terrible. It was so bad.
Survivor Series was actually better than this.
I'm sick of these smart mark clowns coming up in here like, oh, NXT Takeover, man. What? We had Johnny Gano or whatever, who vanilla midget and stuff. I just don't understand people, man.
Look. First of all, that spinning knee kick that happened.
War Raiders, they're fat. They're never gonna make it up on the main roster. Like they're too fat. Like one of them, like they got titties. Ugh.
Yeah, man. Just because he can hop from one ring to another doesn't mean anything. Okay. Gosh.
And then this Ricochet vanilla midget jumping flips and dives. Right?
He's not even vanilla. He's chocolate. He's a chocolate midget.
Flips and dives, man.
Flips
and fucking dives.
Yeah.
Tired of these smart market people.
And then what the heck is going on with that Velveteen Prince? Like what is ew?
Then you got the bald guy with a big beard. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And this is why I love the main roster. Like, you got legit talent on main roster.
Like Kane like and Big Show, and you got Bobby Lashley. Don't forget Bobby Lashley, because he's over.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, Bobby Lashley. Oh, and Lashley. Yeah, that's awesome. I will never get tired of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, Bobby
with
Lashley.
His little should probably be calling Child Protective Services though.
Hey, that was hilarious. He's like, "How old are you?" Oh no, he can't be more than 11. I was like, Elias became one of the best faces in over a day. Jesus. And then Lashley fucked up on the mic. I don't know if y'all heard it. He fucked up. I forgot exactly what he said when he was calling Elias out. I try to remember, but that shit was fucking stupid. Oh shit! All right, now being serious for a second. And NXT Takeover, it was the best shit. It won the weekend, right?
No,
yep.
Survivor Series. No. I thought Survivor Series was the best stuff.
Was the best?
No, I'm sure it won the Takeover. But Takeover always wins the weekend, so that's nothing.
Actually, one Takeover was actually not that great. The one where it was Bobby Roode versus Hitomi. Not Hitomi.
It was still better than whatever WWE presented.
I don't even remember what they presented that day.
Exactly. That's how you know it's bad. When you remember Hideo Hitomi, Bobby Roode, but you don't remember anything else, you know it's bad.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. You're right. If I can't remember that, then yeah. Wasn't it? Wasn't that one Brooklyn? No, it couldn't have been Brooklyn. Hold up.
Seriously?
I won't give in until I'm victorious.
That's when Bobby Roode was good. Back when Bobby
Roode was good. Who is this Bob Roode? It's Bob Roode.
He's on the Indies again. Glorious. Sucks he couldn't stay in WWE, guys. Don't y'all agree?
Yeah.
Totally.
He was great. I don't know what he's doing nowadays.
I don't know, son. I don't know.
Rest in peace.
I wonder what's gonna happen to that guy.
I heard he's on the Indies.
Hey man, you're right. I heard he was on the Indies as well, being glorious out there.
Yep.
Oh, also side note. Apparently, speaking of main roster stuff, just a little side note. AJ Styles apparently was totally fine and was in talks and things like that. I read an article as far as him losing the belt because he actually did want to spend more time and things like that with his family. and he's in talk with WWE with renewing his contract for 3 years. But he pretty much kind of wants to do like how Randy Orton does, like how he's sporadically here and sporadic, like not doing like live shows and stuff like that. So AJ Styles is kind of looking to take steps back and stuff like that because he actually is, missing his family and stuff like that. So he was totally fine with that whole situation.
Okay.
Good for him.
Hey, man. Hey. First of all right, I want to say this. I have no problem with that man being there here or there. Okay? But WWE, I don't think they know how to do that.
Hey, man.
It was Takeover Chicago. Because I remember Ruby Riott was on that joint, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
We were trying to see him pump for the
Yeah. Yeah, it was Oscar. Looking at it now, it was Oscar versus Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott. I was right, yeah. What came after that?
I don't remember, sir.
Backlash. Oh, yeah, Backlash. Which came the next day, which was the Raw branded pay-per-view, wasn't it?
Backlash?
Was Backlash Raw? Or was that...
No, SmackDown, I think.
Oh, it was SmackDown. It was SmackDown. You're right. Yeah, SmackDown. Right? It was SmackDown. And that was when the last match was Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton.
Who?
It was Randy Orton versus the Thin Air.
Gus, come here.
Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal.
Come here.
Yeah, Thin Air. Randy Orton versus Thin Air.
Sit down.
He tried.
Yeah, the Jinder Mahal, it means thin air in
Steroid?
You guys are just too hard on him.
And then there was the welcoming committee. Can anybody remember the welcoming committee?
Wasn't that Natalia thing?
Natalia, Tamina, and Carmella.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh
You
shit.
see why we forgot about that show, sir?
I remember. Moving on. Of course, NXT Takeover won that motherfucker. That shit was amazing. It was an amazing contest.
It's like they just completely just shat all over freaking Survivor Series.
War Games. The War Games match itself was Survivor Series to me.
And people complain and talk about it. There's only 4 matches on the card.
Okay.
Look at the quality of these matches.
Shayna Baszler versus what's his name was better than half the
That's
matches.
probably.
And I barely watched the match.
Yeah, you wanted to fast forward it.
Yeah, because I was like, this match is interesting, but I'm going to go ahead and... that's exactly what I did. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward a little bit here.
Trash.
But that match was fucking... Matt Riddle, the Matt Riddle Cassius Ohno match was hilarious. Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane was hilarious. Was good. Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano was fantastic. Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream had one of the weirdest endings I've ever seen in my life after the pin. And then there was...
He was still hugged. The legs were still...
Yo, he was still laying on him and his legs were wrapped around. I was like, yo. And E4 was like, watch what happens if they cut back and he's still laying there. And sure enough, this is exactly what happened. Next thing. Hey, that War Games match honestly had something in that match that didn't make any sense. Why was why were they keeping Pete Dunne for coming in the match? That didn't make any sense. You said what?
I believe he has a legit hurt foot.
Oh yeah, I know.
No. Well, yeah, but his point was saying that because War Games couldn't have started because the rules is they all have to be in there in order for it to start. Yeah, so the more they delay...
Undisputed Era are, I don't know.
No, I know, but that was the first time I was looking at them like, guys, let him in the match so you can end the match. Because the match will last the rest of life.
You're right.
If he would have got stuck.
Like, legit stuck in there, they would not have been able to end the goddamn match. And we'd have been sitting there. We'd still be sitting here watching the War Games match. Not that I have a problem with that, but that didn't make any sense. I was like, I love you guys, right? But this isn't really your smartest thing. This ain't it.
Well, yeah, when he came running, it was like, I got the key, guys. I got the key. And I'm like, did they not pay attention when whatchamacallit was saying the rules out loud, or?
I was like, son, the match doesn't start till all of you get in there. If all of you are not in there, y'all are gonna be sitting here for the rest of goddamn life. Like, come on, son, let him in the match.
I'm pretty sure the War Games would have still been going on. I got beat done. We would have clicked on it. Would have been like, oh, nope, he's still not there.
But moving on. All right. Survivor Series.
Oh.
I'm going to talk about some things. Right. I did not like the fact that Raw won every match except the pre-show match. I'm sorry, I didn't like that shit. That shit was dumb.
Which match you think they should have won? Just by curiosity.
Any of the matches. I think they should have won the tag team match, to be honest. And I would say the 5-on-5, but considering that they had Shane McMahon on their team again, nah, I'm good. Like, that shit was dumb.
But Shane
does not make the match good.
I disagree. Shane McMahon is what's best for business.
Shane McMahon literally he doesn't make the match good. He just makes it named. But I'm like, you have people that can name it named. Like, come on, guys. The women's match was just stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. That match was not good, and it also didn't make any sense. The Survivor Series, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That match was not good. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, I already told you the reason for it. The reason why that match was the outcome for it.
Nia Jax, because she's The Rock's cousin.
Yeah, she got rewarded for, punching. And I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone said. I looked at that clip. I looked at it several times. She reeled back and punched her. Regardless if she went in there intentional to be like, I'm gonna punch Becky in the face. That does actually look like it. But not saying she did, whatever. But yeah, she punched her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when you look at everything that happened, I think Nia Jax did it on. And this is not ballet, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways that you can kind of prevent from doing stuff. I don't know. Go back to developmental.
You guys,
it's not even the fact. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure she didn't mean to injure Becky Lynch, Zelina Vega. I'm pretty sure she didn't damn near almost mean to kill Charlotte. I'm pretty sure, same with Bayley. Pretty sure that, that match where I watched with Asuka, where she was supposed to do a freaking leg. What was it? Have Asuka go over her knee and stuff, and she put the wrong leg up, and Asuka just got slammed to the mat. So, totally intentional. Totally. She's fine.
I agree. She is fine. She's one of the best workers we ever had. And y'all need to understand.
I hate you.
I know.
Yeah. Also, another big moment. Why the fuck was Enzo there?
Because Enzo is
the realest.
The man.
He's the realest champ in the room. How you doing?
He was also one of the worst wrestlers in the company, but I mean, he also got kicked off for playing for his rudeness.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
was
like
smoking. Well, he was vaping. He was vaping as well.
yeah, my man Enzo. I don't think it humbled him in at all.
Certain people won't be.
He also told Steve Austin. I remember he told Steve Austin that I'm one of the biggest stars in music, and I know it. I was like, one of your lines in your song is consensual penis. God knows why you even said that. I am done.
Yeah, I just don't understand greatness. Enzo Amore is the greatest of all time.
Who am I? Consensual penis.
Oh my god!
He said this. He said this in his song.
I've never heard none of his. I've never listened to none of his
just listen
music.
to one of his songs. He's literally.
Is this the newest one where he was sitting there bashing Liv Morgan?
No, not that one. The one one of the ones before that. It was that terrible. He says consensual penis in the song. I am not joking. It's called Phoenix.
Still the best rapper alive.
Yeah, he raps with the same voice that he talked and wrestled in. It's that bad. But yeah,
You guys don't understand greatness.
yeah, and he's like still a certified G that gets tackled out of wrestling events. Yeah, no, you're not, not in the slightest. Anywho,
I mean, to be fair, he also did pay for it. I think that WWE just quite honestly did it just to get more publicity and stuff, because he paid for his ticket.
but
so
then he started acting like a jackass in the middle of the what's it called. So yeah, they had the right.
Right, but I feel as though that they knew he. I'm pretty sure they knew he was there.
I don't know.
Well, that was dumb. But yeah, honestly, out of all the matches, I can honestly say that the female match was stupid. The Intercontinental match is probably one of the greatest matches of the night. The tag match between the men was kind of dumb how it ended. And they embarrassed Drake Maverick, a really good wrestler for some reason. And you could tell he was hitting something in his button. Yo, when Drake Maverick was about to piss himself, you could clearly tell he was hitting a button in his pocket. I was like, this is so stupid, young. Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali was match of the night for me. The Team Raw match, I honestly, from when Raw started beating themselves up and fucking Shane McMahon was the sole survivor, by the point when he pinned Dolph Ziggler, I was literally out of the match at that point. I didn't care. The Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte match is the third best match of the night, but it didn't make any sense. The ending still doesn't make any sense. And according to everything, Ronda Rousey is pissed off that she lost. I mean, that the crowd was chanting against her. And that last match was okay, but it didn't make any sense. It just should have ended quicker. The match should have ended way quicker than what it was.
I
Brock
agree with
Lesnar.
most things.
You said what?
Oh boy, I agree with most of everything you said.
What don't you agree with?
Everything.
I am so confused.
So trolling. Not that I agree with everything for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ronda thing was more or less Charlotte in that state of she can't win it, so she pretty much just beat the shit out of Ronda.
Which is fine, but if this is like a regular pay-per-view, what she did was literally give them a loss for no reason. If I was on SmackDown, I'd be like, bro, huh?
Let's face facts. They had already lost.
Oh yeah, by that time, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
But if you also think about it, it prevents Charlotte from having to get pinned or tap out from the armbar, and it also prevents Ronda from also getting pinned or tapped out as well. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. So now nobody got pinned and nobody also got tapped out. It was disqualification, which, okay, yeah, the win automatically then goes to Ronda, but it wasn't a win via a pin or via submission.
Yeah, as long as Ronda
So
Rousey.
it still made Charlotte. I think that's what they was going to end up going to do anyway with Becky Lynch anyway. They would have just had whatchamacallit go into this match and just pretty much just beat the dog shit out of her. Just had her still make Charlotte look strong, and damn sure didn't make Ronda look strong because
Ronda's face paint and Ronda Rousey she doesn't know how to dress.
Whoever is doing her face paint needs to be fired. I don't even wear makeup, but I can do a better damn job than that. Like her face paint, they just need to just go back and redo Ronda. Like her face paint looks god awful, it looks horrible. Her hair, whenever they be doing them cornrows on her, that looks nasty. Her theme music, I hate, and her outfit. They like she always constantly is pulling her damn shorts down. Like okay, the shorts is up your ass, so then obviously y'all need to change that. Why is she always sitting here having wedgies in her damn matches?
She has an ass.
Oh, I can't tell.
She has a crack, at least, but
yeah, all in all, if I was to rate the pay-per-view, I'd say it was okay. But mainly because of Mustafa Ali and Seth Rollins and Nakamura, but or Nakamerica.
Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins too.
You mean Seth Rollins and you mean Shinsuke and then Shinsuke 2. Let's be real here.
Mustafa Ali is basically 205 Live Seth Rollins.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant Nakamura was copying out Seth Rollins. I was like, bruh, no. But yes, in that terms, yes, between both the matches with Seth Rollins and Indian Seth Rollins, it was, yeah.
Indian Seth Rollins. Okay.
Yeah, white Seth Rollins and Indian Seth Rollins. Duh.
God, I love it.
Terrible.
That's not the. It's Mustafa Ali. We will call him by his proper name.
We'll call him, yeah, Indian Seth Rollins.
But Mustafa.
Or no, my bad. Pakistani Seth Rollins. My bad.
Racist.
Oh my god! Right.
His name is Adil Alam. I'm not even being racist. That's his real name. He is the first wrestler of Pakistani descent. Legit.
What happened to those other ones that was that WWE did for like when they first went to Saudi Arabia? And what happened to them?
I don't know. Don't care. That's the that's the thing.
Oh.
Like that female, that Indian, that Pakistani female. I don't care.
Yeah,
I really don't care because I don't see them. So therefore, why would I care? Anywho,
because you are an analyst and you must care.
all right. Other than that, man, like I said, it was about average. I'd say if it was if anybody says that joint was better than NXT, I'd look at you like I don't know what you was watching, buddy, but I know what I was watching. That being said, is there anything else anybody else wanted to bring up?
I got nothing, really.
I got something.
Nothing about double.
Anything.
The only thing I was just gonna say was that do you think anybody down at NXT, as far as Velveteen Dream and or Kairi Sane will be getting called up, or Aleister Black?
They ain't called up. That's right. They almost called up.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan is getting called up. Lars Sullivan's getting called up.
How do you know that?
There was a trailer.
Yeah.
They haven't announced what brand he's going to, but yeah, Lars Sullivan will be getting called up to the main roster. I feel as though that, and this is just me, honestly, it's the same thing that I told Wildfang when I told him if Aleister Black got called up, like within the next few months, as much as I don't want to, I would probably more than likely put him on Raw, because Raw has nobody at this point. Raw also has a lot of people that's out for injury and or people that we just don't particularly care about. That will get people to watch Raw and kind of pay attention to Raw a little bit better, having a name like Aleister Black on their roster. I'm not sure they're going to put Lars Sullivan on there because there's already another big guy on Raw, Braun Strowman, even though we just stopped giving a shit about him. But Raw kind of needs the star power at this point.
I need the star power. I need the star power.
I think we all do. I think we all can use that.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we wrap up? Because Make Her Mine is playing right now. The ending theme to the podcast. If you don't know.
Oh, I got nothing.
Okay. I just have one thing to say.
Yes.
Dark Souls 2 is the greatest Dark Souls of all time.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I will replace my blood with that game.
I bet you will.
That being said, I hope in the next game that comes out from Rockstar, we have to use the bathroom. After that, you have to gas your car too. I hope all this happens because it'll make the game so realistic that I will never want to cut the game off. Ever.
I agree.
Ever. What is today's date?
19.
Okay, thank you. Just making sure. 20th. Okay, I'll make sure when I go to work. Where was I? And also, right? Also, I just want to say this. Right. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. I'll catch you guys. Oh, no. Next time Shadow says, where's that damn Chaos Emerald?
Oh my fucking god.
Somebody comes and finds him $20.
Feel bad for me.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? I'll catch you later, guys.